Sorry if that light is a little too bright. Sorry if that light's bright, but anyways, what's going on, my little penguins? How are you all doing today? Welcome back to my channel. If you happen to be new here, be sure to subscribe. So, as I promised, the September gaming rundown video is officially here. I'm starting up with this. I'm going to get it done because I just realized when I tried to shoot it last, I barely had all the games that I got throughout September. And there's a few surprises, actually, that came in on September 30th, so I was like, oh, crap, you know what I mean? So, I had to reshoot the video today, and now I have everything situated, thankfully, so... Boy, oh boy, September was a very crazy month, wasn't it? Oh boy, and now we're living in a month where the president's supposed to have COVID-19, where Minecraft Steve is in Smash. Oh my lord. But as for me, though, this month has been very good because I've gotten quite a lot of good stuff. So, I'm going to be going in order from all these games from top to bottom, and they're not in alphabetical order. I just want to clarify this very quickly. So these are not in alphabetical order, but I'm going to go down the list. I'm going to show up the game. If I've played it, I will talk about it a little bit, but if I've not played it, I'm just simply going to tell what I think from what I've seen of it before I decide, hey, I want this. So anyways, let's get started. So, first game we have here is Assassin's Creed Chronicles. Now, I have seen some things about this game. Now, I've only watched a bit of reviews, I've seen a bit of gameplay, and I have to admit, I don't think it's a bad game. I think it's shockingly alright, honestly. Now, for a side-scrolling Assassin's Creed game, could it be better? Yeah, a little bit, but it's not the worst, side-scroller I've ever seen in my life. Is it a great game? It's basically three stories in the Assassin's Creed universe, I believe. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure, but Assassin's Creed India, China, and Russia is what this game comes with. But like I said, if you're into side-scrollers and you like Assassin's Creed, this might be up your alley. I don't know. Anyways, it's all based around opinion, particularly. Anyways, next game we have here, Black Hole. Now, I know some people don't really know much about Black Hole, but let me tell you, it is a very, very good game, shockingly. Now, this is a side-scrolling 2D platformer that's apparently set in space, and it's a puzzle-based game also. I don't know the full story, but what I do know is that this game is very easy at the beginning, but then starts to get really, really hard as you keep playing. And honestly, I like those kind of games. And from what I've seen in this game, it looks like it has an intriguing story. And I mean, the gameplay looks really fun too. But I haven't really gotten around to playing it just yet. But I have to be honest, it looks really good. Now, third game we have here, Call of Cthulhu. Yes, I got this throughout September because I'm going to be playing it for the channel. So tune in actually around like 7 or 8 tonight. Hopefully I'll be able to stay up or whatever and not get tired. And we'll be shooting a video for Call of Cthulhu. And, well, let's hope I don't shit my pants. I'm not going to do that, hopefully. But, like I've said before in previous videos, I've seen Holden actually play this a good bit. And I have to be honest, this game's terrifying, but in all the best ways. It's really good, it's creepy, and it's atmospheric in a lot of great ways. And, honestly, I'm generally excited to actually get around to playing this. Now, the next game we have here is Odin Sphere on PS4. Yes, I actually got a copy of this game, and I'm so freaking happy I have this. This is a rare game to find nowadays in the US, apparently. And this is actually, I think, a remaster of an old PS2 game called Odin Sphere. I think it's the same game, just updated a bit more with the graphics and all that. But I have to say, this game is utterly gorgeous. And if you're looking for a side-scrolling beat-em-up kind of game, it kind of is like that, I guess you could say, but my god, it's artistic, it is gorgeous, and it's just some of the best material I've seen in a long time with games. I absolutely love this game. And I think Atlas made this, but I can't be sure, but I have to admit, whoever made it did really good. Next thing we have here, Warhammer Vermintide 2. Now, this is actually a gift I got for Holden for our anniversary. This is the game I chose for him. He chose for me Guilty Gear XRD 2, and I chose Warhammer Vermintide for him. And to say the least, I've seen some gameplay of this, and I actually like it a good bit. He even mentioned he loved it personally. I like it. It's not my kind of game, but I can see why a lot of other people tend to like this game a lot. It's kind of like a Left 4 Dead clone as well, so that could be another selling point, personally. But I haven't played much of it, but I've seen a good bit. And I'll be honest, it's pretty good. It's really fun, honestly, when you're playing with friends especially. But anyways, next game. Zonkey Zero, Last Beginning, the Day 1 edition. Now, the Day 1 edition comes with this soundtrack right here, as you can see. And let me tell you, the soundtrack is phenomenal in this game. And then you have the game right here, Zonkey Zero. And this is made by the same people who made Danganronpa. I think same people who made Danganronpa. It's from the same company. But the concept, from what I understand, is basically people are stuck on an island and they're dying over and over and over. And it's just, oh my god, it's so unique in so many damn ways. Dungeon crawler, RPG, life simulator to an extent. Oh my god, it's just such a good game, and it does everything right, and I just love this game so much. Now, of course, I haven't really gotten around to playing it for myself, but I have seen a lot of YouTube videos about it, and I thought, you know what, I need to get this, and for $30, this is so freaking worth it. I'm telling you, it is absolutely worth playing. Be it you want to play it digitally or get a physical copy, let me tell you, this is worth the purchase. I'm telling you. It is so freaking good. Next game we have here, .hack GU Last Recode, or .hack G.U Last Recode. I've not played a .hack game in my life before, but I am very intrigued, actually. I've heard people say, it's kind of like Sword Art Online, but really freaking dark. And honest to God, that concerns me. And I've heard that this guy back here, I think his name's Kite, actually. Yeah, I remember him from Project X Zone. From what people have told me, he's apparently dead or something, and ultimately he can't leave the game world, or he dies, basically, because he has nothing to go back to. And that's just depressing, being stuck in the game world and going insane because your real-life body is completely gone and just done for. But I have to say, from what I've seen of this game, people have told me the story is amazing and the gameplay is super fun, so I'm pretty excited to get around to this when I can. Alright, so we're about to jump into a very meh game, one that was critically bashed when it first came out. Anthem. Okay, so before you go crazy at me, people, hear me out at the very least. I don't hate this game, but I don't think it's a good game whatsoever. I think it's one of the worst games that has come out in the past few years. I mean, so much promise, so much potential, and you just shit all over it. But apparently it's been updated a little bit, so it's somewhat better. But for $2 that I got at GameStop, like brand new, I'll admit it was a good deal. But oh my god, this game is just average at best. But I mean, if people want me to play it, I gladly will, but don't expect me to be like, oh yeah, this is a great game. No, it's in no way a great game. It's just meh. But like I said, people have said it's improved over the past few months, so maybe it has, I don't know. But I'll see eventually. Next one we have Roman Rumble in Las Vegas, Asterix and Obelix XXL2. I never actually heard of Asterix and Obelix. Now, I've heard some things, though. I've heard that these guys are part of a UK cartoon, apparently. And it was very popular, apparently. And I don't know much about it, but just seeing that they have a sequel right here, I don't know where the first one is, and I don't know where the third one is, because I've heard there's a third one. But from what I've seen of this game, and from what I've played of it, it's honestly pretty good. It's like a 3D platformer beat-em-up, to an extent. But to be completely honest, it's not the worst I've ever seen. It's actually good. I'd say it's more so 7 out of 10 if you ask me, or even like a 7.5 at best. It has its problems, but it's pretty good for what it offers. I have to be honest. It's very underrated. Would I recommend trying it out? Yeah, I'd say give it a shot, at the very least. Buy it when it's on sale, maybe. But anyway, next game. Red Faction Guerrilla, I don't know how to pronounce that. Remastered. Oh my god, that's a horrible pun. It's like a dad pun right there. So, Red Faction, I never played this when I was a teenager. I wanted to get read Faction Armageddon actually at one point, but I never got the chance to get it. But people told me you should definitely get Gorilla or whatever because it's coming to PS4, and I was like, I don't know. And then I got it recently, and I have to be honest, this is definitely worth the purchase. It's a great game, and it's very underrated, honestly. Like, I barely hear anyone talk about this game, but trust me, this is a game that's actually worth your time. For the time it came out, it's very, very good, actually, and it still holds up pretty well. Maybe not the biggest hold up ever, like, oh yeah, this holds up perfectly. It still has a bit of its problems, but it's still a very, very good game that I very much recommend. Oh boy, okay, so I've heard some average things about this next one. Omega Quintet. I actually like the gameplay of this game, but the story, a world on the verge of destruction, and singing might be their only hope. Singing? What? That's all I can really say. I haven't played this for myself yet, but I've seen gameplay, and I mean, the gameplay's alright. I mean, I'll be honest, it's kind of fun, but only for like a few hours. Next game, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remake. Wow. They did this remake justice. So the same team that made Crash Insane Trilogy and Crash Team Racing Nitro Field, they were behind this. And I have to say, they did very, very good with what they did. Oh my god, this is an incredible remake in my opinion. Maybe not the absolute best skateboarding game out there, but in my personal opinion, it takes me right back to the good old days of Tony Hawk, and I love this game, and I really hope that they make a third one, actually. They remaster the third one, or remake the third one, you know what I mean? Or at least remaster it, or something, I don't know. A remake would actually do it justice, at least. Anyway. Okay, here comes another very average game, Technomancer. Seen some things about this game. Doesn't look all that great, but it's not bad. And I mean, I personally played it through at least once, maybe, at most, but I haven't got the chance to play it yet. That's all I can really say. Oh, okay, this one, Disgaea 5. Disgaea 5, from what I've seen, is shockingly really, really good. I actually kind of looked at Disgaea at first, and I thought, what is this series? Why are people so obsessed with it? But now I completely understand. And I mean, my god, I first tried this, and I thought, wow, this is really good. This is one of the best RPGs I have ever played, and personally, would I recommend you try Disgaea? Hell yes. It's a really good game. Anyways. Next game, Flashback. Flashback, apparently, this is a remake of a 90s game, I believe, from the Sega Genesis. I don't recall exactly. I have to look it up. But this game, honestly, for its time, really good. And seeing it remastered, I have to admit, maybe while it's not my personal kind of pick for a game, it is still pretty fun, and I can respect why they decided to remake it, because it's shockingly a pretty good game for its time. And it's a nice way to just call back to the good old days and, you know, remaster something that was really good and make it a bit better. But that's just me, personally. Final Fantasy Type 0. Oh, I can't really say much about this one. I've seen some things about it, and I think it's pretty good. I'll be honest. I've seen some things, I like it, but it's not my favorite Final Fantasy. But I do like this game a good bit, and I can see why other people tend to love this game in the series. Anyways, next game, Saint Seiya Soldier's Soul. I ended up getting the Spanish copy for some reason. But this is a very good fighting game for Saint Seiya. Now, maybe not the best fighting game for anime out there, but if you're a Saint Seiya fan, I'm pretty sure you would absolutely adore the hell out of this. Because there's so much fan service in this, and I have to actually see, fuck, I'm trying to remember. I have to see Saint Seiya for myself, because I haven't really watched much of it, but I'll be honest, like I said, I don't know much about it, but I do love the game, and I like the setting of it, so maybe I'll try to see if I can watch Saint Seiya at some point and see what I think. Anyways, next game, Metro Redux. So this is remasters of Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light, and these games are really fun in my opinion, and great horror games. Now, based on the best-selling novel, I didn't realize it had a novel, so my bad. And this comes with all the DLC for every game, so that's pretty freaking cool. Next game, Need for Speed. Pretty good racing game, actually. I've seen a good bit about it, And I have to admit, it's one of my favorite Need for Speed games, and I can see why it's labeled under PlayStation Hits, because it's a pretty damn great Need for Speed game. And I recommend it very, very highly. Now, last game here, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I know some people tend to hate this game and say, oh, it's not as good as the first one, but I think it's pretty freaking good. Doesn't live up to the hype of the first one, sure, but it still holds up, and it's very good, personally. And I absolutely love Faith and how she still is like that badass softcore, or the parkour kind of girl she is. She's one of my absolute favorite female protagonists in gaming, and personally speaking, I had been waiting for a sequel since I played the first Mirror's Edge. This comes out, and I loved it. And then getting on disc recently, I'm really happy I did, because this game, it's very good. And I do recommend it if you're a Mirror's Edge fan. But anyways, that's going to be all for this video, guys. So be sure to stay tuned for my medieval video a bit later. Or it should be up by the time this uploads. Or it should be going live around then, or maybe I'm going to wait a little bit. But then again, I'm getting Crash 4 in a while, so I might get the video over with. But anyways, that's going to be all for today, for this gaming rundown. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you little penguins. Oh, actually, be sure to also let me know down in the comments what kind of other games you think I should add to my collection. And I'll see you little penguins in the next video.